What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today I just want to talk about the state of the Metazoo market, where the boxes are at, where the pricing is at, and where do we think it will go in the future. So if you know anything about this channel, I do hold on to product. I do look at it as an investment as well, right? So I do care about not losing money, but I also love investing in the product. And you can see I am putting together my different collections, right? So I do want to have a master set when it's all said and done. So I do care about the cards, and I do care about the investment side as well. So looking here at eBay, we see Cryptid Nation first edition booster boxes, and the lowest I found right now is hovering right around $939 asking price for 22 watchers. So in the last couple of weeks, we've noticed that a lot of Metazoo before recent, right, has taken a dip. The prices has went down a little bit. Nightfall was hovering when it came out in pre-release for around $400. Now boxes have stabilized between about $220 to $240 for a Nightfall box. Cryptid Nation, say about a month ago, was right around $1,000, maybe $1,100, and had went down between $700 to $800. So the prices right now are starting to increase, at least for Cryptid Nation. We are starting to see $900 and possibly $1,000 soon or by year's end. And there are a few catalysts. Of course, they are marketing and promoting very, very well. Their Discord is growing every day, as well as the big catalyst, Walmart Big Box Store taking Metazoo first quarter of 22 for second edition. And there is a confirmation they will have box toppers. I'm guessing possibly a blue ink. So that is cool. They did keep the box toppers. They know that a lot of people really do want the box toppers in the Cryptid Nation box. So that's good that they did that, because you do not know what you're going to get, right? So when you look at Nightfall, you notice that 50,000 boxes is twice the amount of 25,000 for Cryptid Nation. So when you look at it like that, you would think that the price would just be double, right? So if this is $900, then boxes for Nightfall should be around $450, but it doesn't quite work like that. For one, it hasn't been long enough. The supply is diminishing. People are still trying to look for that old scratch, which is more rare because there's twice the amount of product. And not to mention Cryptid Nation with that box topper, as I mentioned, right? It's just a little piece of excitement when you get to open this box and see what you get in there, whether it's a red ink or an aura. Auras are also very, very good to have. So I do think that Nightfall will go up in the future. I do not think that 50,000 boxes is a lot of product, especially when you see how many are being cracked and whatnot per night and how many other people are cracking these boxes. With Metazoo at 25,000, I'm sure more than half have probably been opened so far, and the supply will continue to decrease. So once this starts hitting international markets, which it's starting to do that, right, with Australia and Canada, and once it starts to do that and branch out even more, and they hit these other niches, these other product verticals, such as plushies and stuff like that, then more people will desire Metazoo and understand what it is and be curious about what it is when they see it at places like Walmart and different markets. So just stay tuned for that. Now, the next release, looking at second edition, there's going to be a lot of products. So what that's going to do is put cards into the hands of a lot of people, where hopefully people like to play the game. They love the playability of the trading card game for Metazoo. If people do not like it, that's not going to be good. Hopefully they can adapt and change some of the stuff they have. But if people really love the playability of Metazoo and can get hands-on cards, especially with the Walmart and big box scalpers and bots online, then the brand will grow. There is a lot of competition coming. There's a lot of up-and-coming TCGs. If they will be successful, who knows? We just talked about Nostalgics and Grand Archive smashing records, right? 700,000 to 800,000 plus already on their Kickstarter. And then when you look at Metazoo, they only made about $18,000. So these other TCGs definitely have a lot of money, nothing to scoff at, to grow their brand, to buy artists, to buy art, to have their whole ecosystem created around their TCG. So we'll see where Nostalgics and Grand Archive is at in the next year. So there is some stiff competition. Now, when we look at these first edition Cryptid Nation booster boxes, we also want to look at solds, right? So the recent sold listing is at $899.99. So like I said, right at $900 is what we're looking at right now for the cheapest Cryptid Nation Metazoo box. Now moving over to Kickstarter, I know this is very, very expensive, but I will say if you are going to buy any product or save for any product, especially within Metazoo. I mean, of course, samples are expensive, but a Kickstarter box is a grail. It is a grail. If you cannot get a non-alternating booster box, then going for a Cryptid Nation Kickstarter box is where it's at. There's only 2,400 boxes. There's only 2,400, right? And a lot of these has been broken open as well, especially in the early days where people, they didn't really understand what Metazoo was. They backed it early on. They got some Kickstarter boxes when they were like a couple $100 and broke them open. You see a lot of Kickstarter singles out there, and these will continue to be broke open. People are selling these for like 200 a pack ish, right around there every single day. I see it all the time. So the more boxes that are taken off of the market, I easily see this being a $20,000, $30,000 plus box. And as you can see at the bottom here, of course, people are already asking 22 to say $30,000. Now, even though they're not getting that right now, I do see this is where the market is headed. And a lot of people do not believe that, but it's simple supply and demand economics, right? So if you have a $10,000 box now, as this supply diminishes and the hype and the demand grows for Metazoo, 2,400, and I mean, there's probably half of that, if not less now, is a very small amount to have, especially when some individuals are holding 2 to 5 plus Kickstarter boxes. Some people do have 2 to 5, right? 5 plus. So $10,000 is the current lowest price on this. And recently, yes, the prices dipped right around to $6,000, $7,000, and now they're back up, spiked towards $10,000. So we're looking at 22 watchers. This is the lowest price, $10,000. What is the lowest sale recently? So recently, we're looking at $9,500. So the cheapest one, and this is not a non-alternating box. This is a regular, normal Kickstarter box, sold for $9,500. A recent non-alternating box sold for $13,500. $13,500. So these boxes just keep on amazing me and continuing to rise. So just be on the lookout for that. Now, when we're looking at cards, a lot of people are curious about sending their cards into grading companies. Now, let me preface this. This is not a hit on any grading company. I love all of them. I wish them all well, right? And I know that with this Arcane label and you have DSG, Diamond Grading Service, a lot of people believe in this service, right? And it's up and coming. Now, here is my opinion and here is my belief. It's no hit on DSG. A lot of people send their cards to places like SGC, HGA, DSG, places like that because they're a lot cheaper. You know, $30 to $50 to grade a card, and you have a beautiful encapsulated card that you can put in your personal collection. Now, when it comes to selling and investment purposes, personally, I do not send my cards to any of these other grading services. Now, will they grow in the future? Of course. Will they be a top contender? Maybe in 5 to 10 years? I don't know. I can't see the future. It's possible. But what I can say, based on analysis and looking at the pricing, is that for me, this is more of a PC slab, right? So I would put this in a DSG PC for cheap because PSA and BSG, or BGS, excuse me, is charging way too much money to encapsulate your cards. $150 to $200, hoping that you get a 10, is very, very expensive. So what you're looking at is a full holographic Mothman from the Cryptid Nation edition, graded by DSG. It is a 10, and this is the lowest price right now, right? So it's $950 for a DSG 10. Now, this is what this card would sell for, right? So roughly under $1,000. So when we're looking at investment purposes, the numbers speak for themselves. This is not the brand to go with, right? If you're looking for making money, return on your investment, not for PC purpose, then let me show you what a PSA is doing, right? So this is the same grade, a 10. This is a PSA 10, same exact card, identical card, Cryptid Nation First Edition full holographic Mothman, and it's selling right now at the lowest price for $1,450. So it's about a $500-600 difference just because of the grading service that you chose. Now, once again, you are going to pay more. You're going to pay $150 to $200 to grade your card. It is expensive. You may not get a 10, but when you want to get return on investment, BGS and PSA is the way to go. Now, SGC, HGA, DSG, and all of these other ones are up and coming, right? They do look good. They are trying to answer the people and give them what they want, the QR codes and the nice labeling and stuff like that, and show them what was wrong with their card. I really respect that. But just remember, if you're trying to make money, send it to a reputable grading service that has decades in the running, right? Years in the running. They're a behemoth in the game when it comes to grading cards, and they're a multi-million-dollar, probably multi-billion-dollar business. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Now, the last thing I want to show, if you're trying to gauge the market. Now, right now, Card Ladder does not have Metazoo. It don't have a lot of magic on here, but you can find a multitude of different cards, whether it's sports, Pokemon, and you have other stuff on here. Some Magic the Gathering, the Black Lotus. I believe that is actually on here. So let me pull that up and show you how that looks, right? So if I were to search for the Black Lotus, it would come up and show the population count, the last sold, as well as the grade and who it is by. So if we want to go back, if we go to Card Ladder and on the left side, we click on indexes, this is a free service to use. So especially if you're into like sports cards, Pokemon, right here, you can see, say football, baseball, basketball, low end, high end, and you can see if the market is going up or down and how much it has changed. Also, you can see some of the top contenders and how much they have changed. For example, at the top, you have Stephen Curry with an 11% increase, $119,000 24-hour volume. So Stephen is killing it. And this is basically telling you that what's a good investment right now. Of course, you have Michael Jordan. A lot of these are speculative. You have Justin Herbert, a quarterback, fairly new up here at the top. And Luka Doncic, he's a great player in the NBA, only been in there for a few years on the Mavericks. So this is also speculative. And then you have some big players like LeBron. You have Michael Jordan that played Mickey Mantle for baseball. Patrick Mahomes won a Super Bowl, right? So Zion, speculative. John Morant, Tiger Woods. And as you scroll down, I'm sure Charizard is actually on this list. And there it goes. Look, Charizard is actually on this list. Right now, Pokemon looks like it's taking a dip. And Charizard is down 6.29%, but still at a $7,000 24-hour volume. And if you were to click one of these, you can actually see the chart and see where it has dipped and where it has come up, and now it's coming up and going down again. So you can see all of that. Your monthly change, your quarterly change. And then you can also look at the different cards. So if you're trying to see, say you have a shadowless PSA 7, right? So right here it shows the last sold was $1,300, a monthly change of 44.99% with a pop count of 779. And you can actually click on this individual card and it will show you all of the graph data as well, all of the dips and all of the ups, as well as the dollar changes, the high price, low price, and it'll even give you a breakdown of some similar cards down here, right? So some very similar cards and how much they're going for. So I really highly recommend Card Ladder. I am not sponsored by them, but I do use this for investment purposes. It is very helpful. So I highly recommend to check it out and use some of their free services. Now, if you want pro and you want to check some other stuff and have like a collection in here or a dashboard, different submission data, then yes, you have to pay and create an account. So please let me know if this helps you. Like, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content, and I will be back at y'all soon with another video, and I'll see y'all later.